Today we're going to be talking about how to use your calendar within your SalesNexus database. This is a great management tool for your day-to-day activities. So let's go take a look at the calendar in the database. Here is the standard calendar within the database. I have mine defaulted to look at this on a week-to-week basis. You can, of course, make that change if you want to see this on a day-to-day basis. If you want to see the full month calendar, again, I set mine to default on a week-to-week basis. You are able to look at that information here on any of the settings for your calendar in your My Settings area here, and in your calendar sync settings here. I'll give you a quick look at that. This is going to give you the ability to sync your calendar with any of your outside calendars, maybe Microsoft Exchange where you utilize Outlook, maybe a Google Calendar. You're also able to set up specific times that your calendar outside of your database will sync directly with your SalesNexus database calendar, and you would set that up here. So let's go back and take a look at the calendar and look at some of the other options and features that you have here. One of the great things about the SalesNexus calendar is anybody within your organization, you're able to view their calendar very quickly. Should you need to set a meeting or a call with them, you want to make sure that they're available at the same time that you're looking at scheduling your meeting. So you simply go in and select those other users. And anything that is already scheduled on their calendar will be listed for you along with that user's name in front of that, so that you can see their open times and availability, and you can schedule accordingly. You're also able to filter whatever you see on your calendar. Everything that you have scheduled on your task list, as we saw in a previous video, managing your task list and scheduling your activities, will show up on your calendar within SalesNexus. If you want to monitor that or limit that to only show you meetings on your calendar, then you can go here and filter that out. The default, it will show you everything that you've scheduled in your task list will show up on your calendar. If you only want to see meetings, then you can simply make that change here, and then it will only show you any meetings that you've scheduled. The calls and to-dos will not show up on your calendar. You're also able to set the increment from a time perspective on what you want to see on your calendar. The default is 30-minute increments. You can change that if you'd like to 15-minute increments, and of course you can see then you're able to see your calendar here and schedule accordingly within that increment time frame. Some of the other great features within the calendar here, of course you can print it out. You can email it to yourself as well. Again, you can very quickly sync your calendar here once you've made those settings in your settings menu, as we talked about a moment ago. Of course, you can create new items, and you can also make this your default calendar. So here, I'm going to do a quick sync, and this will allow me, even if I've set up specific times that I want my calendar to sync, if I need to do a quick sync for any reason, I can go here and do that immediately. And then anything on my outside calendar that I've synced with my SalesNexus database calendar will then show up on my calendar here in the database. You are, of course, then able to go in and open up any items from your calendar. This is going to open up the activity that you scheduled, and you're able to make updates, add details, complete that or close it, save that if any changes you've made, and send an email invite to the people that you've invited to this meeting. Again, you're able to do that directly from your calendar, as these items were previously scheduled within your task list within your database. You also have, of course, access here to the quick search option directly in your calendar. So if you need to search for a particular person that's in your database, you're able to put in their contact information here and find that contact record, and then go immediately to that contact record should you need to. You're also able to scroll through your calendar based on the view that you've selected here. When I scroll through my calendar here, this is going to scroll through on a week-by-week basis since I'm set up to view it on a weekly basis. If I go to the day view, then of course I can scroll accordingly day by day, as you can see here. Again, the SalesNexus calendar is a great tool to help keep you organized in conjunction with utilizing your task list and scheduling activities directly in your database. Thank you again for joining us today on how to manage your calendar.